Okay, why is it better to be married to a successful Broadway producer than a plumber? Okay. So we've been doing these using the box and diamond method. So let's do one more real quick. So a squared plus 6a minus 7. So we know what the answer is. Okay, so 1a squared, negative 7, 6, and on the top goes negative 7. So what do we multiply to get negative 7 and add to get 6?
35. Negative.
That doesn't multiply to get negative 7.
Oh.
Negative 7 is
What do you get? Huh?
7 and negative 1.
7
I thought
and negative 1.
that.
So we get 7a and negative 1a. Okay, so what do they have in common? We got an a here and an a here. And what do negative 1a and negative 7 have in common?
7.
Negative 1. And what do 7a and negative 7 have in common?
7.
Positive 7. So we get a plus 7 and a minus 1. But you're probably thinking, is that the only way to do it? I hate drawing boxes. I'm not an artist. Okay, yes, there are definitely a lot of people out there who are much better at math, who don't need graphic organizers, and who can figure these things out. Well, here's how it goes. What makes k squared? What makes k to the second power?
K.
K times k. All right, in order to get a negative 72, what do you have to multiply? Because we know we're going to multiply something, right?
Negative 8.
You need a positive and a negative. So one of these is going to be positive and one of these is going to be negative. Because using the distributive property, we know we're going to do multiplication, 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 multiplication. So this last factor is going to be done by multiplying these last two terms, right?
8 and 9.
Okay? So one has to be positive and one has to be negative. The middle term is positive 1k. What are the multiples of 72? Well, we've got 1 and 72. 2. Are there any multiples of 72 you can think of that only have a difference of 1?
9 and 8.
9 and 8. 9 and 8. Okay, 9 and 8. Okay? And one would be positive and one would be negative. I'll rewrite it here. 9 and 8. One would be positive and one would be negative. Okay? Which one would be positive to make a positive 1k?
9.
9. So we'll put 9 here and 8 here. So it's using your knowledge of factors and guess and check. And that's another way to factor it. So if we use something like, you can also do it, let's say, with a on the other side, x squared minus 9xy minus 36y squared. What do we know? We know we're going to have x squared, or excuse me, we're going to have x, and this is going to end in y, but we're going to have a number here and a number here, and one's going to be plus and one's going to be minus. What do we multiply of factors of 36 to wind up with a difference of 9? What are some factors of 36? Well, we've got 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 6 and 6. Okay, so 3 and 12 has a difference of 9. Which one goes which? So this is the one we want. And so which one would go where? Which one goes with the positive and which one goes with the negative?
3 is negative, 12 is positive.
No. It would be, well, you can put it in and then you have to check it. So what would you do? So your 12 would be negative and your 3 would be positive because you need a negative 9xy. See why? Okay. See why I like the boxes and the diamonds? No guesswork. I don't like having to guess. I like knowing the answer. But that's personal. There are other people that like this. Okay? So, whatever works for you. I have done all my notes with the boxes and diamonds with the exception of one problem. Because you need to be able to understand. They usually call this foil. So if you're looking at videos to help you, it'll almost always show this method. All right?